And this storm, I know it says Storm 5. It's not clickbait, okay? There's a reason behind this. So before you exit off the page or you think you're being clickbaited, don't worry, it's not clickbait, okay? You're gonna get some nice gameplay footage. You're gonna hear me and my homies talk about this what we got talking about right here. You see this? Storm 5. Y'all see the thumbnail, right? It's not fake. The game ain't this ain't Storm 5. This is Naruto Storm 4, obviously. But what we're gonna be talking about, the Storm 5 that we see coming out. If y'all don't believe me, check out Sheikah's Clouds page, okay, on YouTube, his channel. Check out his channel. And don't just check it out for the whole Storm 5. Check out his other videos because he's a really cool YouTuber, y'all boys. Check him out, alright? Not playing. Subscribe to it. Hit some like buttons on there, you know, comment under it. I'm pretty sure he'll answer y'all, whatever, you know. But like I said, really cool dude on the YouTube, man, with the entertainment and all that, man. You really be going in depth with the whole Naruto Storm community, you feel me? So, you know, but obviously it's late. It's like after what? It's like almost 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna be slurring a little bit, but don't worry, I'm up. I'm awake, and I got a whole lot of chatting for y'all tonight because I'm so serious about the Storm 5. All right, I'm calling it second. But like I said, Sheikah's called it first. You even got the trailer on the page. You know what I mean? But check it out. You know, y'all might think it's fake, but you know, they put so much wording and text and all kind of stuff, man. It's kind of hard to say the thing ain't legit, you know. And of course, as a dedicated Storm player, not me, but the community out there, I know y'all don't want to think this is some kind of letdown thing, you know, like this got to be something to, you know, just have the whole Storm community just come up in an uprise, you know. No, I'm telling y'all, check it out. Check out also what I want y'all to check out, right? Check out on YouTube, right? Check out just like Google CyberConnect 2, right? The dude's name is Hideyoshi. Forgot what the developer name is, but he's the CEO of CyberConnect 2, right? So what you would do is you'd Google the CEO of CyberConnect 2, right? So when you Google him now, try, you know, YouTube him now. You know, when you get him name now, you go YouTube him name and try to look for something more updated, like, you know, something him did I talk about, because he does in fact talk about some future things that CyberConnect 2 is gonna do. Well, it don't necessarily mean as far as Storm goes, because, you know, of course, CyberConnect 2 is the developers of, you know, all the Ultimate Ninja series. But CyberConnect 2, they also work on some other games, you know, some RPGs, I think, and MMO. I can't really find can't give you the exact titles right now. But if y'all wanna watch some of my video, them when I did before, you know, like talking about that Storm and whatever, especially the one that I talk about, you know, the other 2 titles that were trademarked under the Ultimate Ninja, under the Ultimate Ninja name, the trademark, you know what I mean? It was 3 of them actually. We had talked about Naruto Wars, Naruto Blazing, and Naruto Braves. We'd never heard anything about Boruto Striker, Shinobi Striker. That was never trademarked, so we never got into that. And also that new mobile game that came out, Ninja Voltage, Boruto to Naruto Ninja Voltage. We never seen that as a trademark as well. But what we did get was Blazing, Naruto Wars, and Naruto Braves, right? So we got those 3, and one of them already came out, which was Naruto Blazing. That was a mobile game, right? Alright, check it. We never saw what Braves was, and we didn't saw what Wars was, but we did see this new game by a whole nother developer, right, called Shinobi Striker. That's from Celil, which is the guys who make Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, you know, a couple of the games that were on Xbox, you know what I mean? Those guys, Salil, right? Those guys developed, you know, so it's not going to be the same thing that we got from CyberConnect 2. Totally different gameplay, right? And then we don't even want to talk about the mobile game that came out, Naruto Ninja Voltage, right? We're not going to talk about that. What we want to talk about now is what Sheikah's Cloud got on his page, right? He got a trailer about a minute and something long. And it's basically, it's you know, you're roaming, you could see like, obviously it's some form of genjutsu, right? Where you're roaming through, you know, some part of the land, you know, you get to see the animals and whatever. And the reason why I say genjutsu is because everything looks altered, colored, you know, like if you were put under genjutsu. You know, when the trees are supposed to be green, they're all gray, and the ground's white, and the sky is black, you know, stuff like that. But in this situation, the trees were pink. Not like cherry blossoms pink, but like I said, under genjutsu pink. Let me check out something real quick, because I know I'm streaming, but I ain't get to set up the thumbnail I want to drop under my, I didn't get to set up my thumbnail I want to drop under my video, so as soon as it get posted, you know, I don't gotta worry. I don't gotta wait that 3 hours to edit my thumbnail, you know. I want to get that on same time, so when people come through, they see the thumbnail that says Storm 5, they think the thing is real. It is real though. That's the whole point. Anyway, so you know, I don't got the programs or the software to show y'all boys what I'm talking about with this trailer, right? I mean, I have it. So I can't just put it down on the screen. All y'all can do is sit down here and look at Naruto in his torn up shirt, you know, and story and whatever, and then you come back to Naruto. That's all I can show y'all right now. Like I said, I'm gonna get the gameplay on here, so y'all don't gotta be all bored and just listen to me talk. Y'all could actually see me play the video game and, you know, and rant. Anyways, go by us now and try to edit that thumbnail here. So, like I said, check out Sheikah's Cloud page, right? In my trailer, and I'm talking about the whole thing looks, you know, of course it could be fake, of course it could be, you know, of course it could be a big old letdown. Of course CyberConnect 2 did say that this was, I think they said it, I'm not sure, I think because they have like this interview on like I said, go through my channels, or what you can do, right, if you go under I'm gonna look for it on my phone real quick so I could give y'all the exact source, because it'll be, you know, it's kind of messy when I can't even give y'all the exact source. I'm gonna try to go under Napco real quick. Napco Bandai. Because what happened was the guys from CyberConnect 2, they did this sit down right as soon as Legacy came out, right? Naruto Storm Legacy, with all the previous Storms on one CD for the P4, right? So they did this sit down, and I mean, when I say all of the people from that helped develop that works for CyberConnect 2, right? All of the head guys. I'm talking about the dude that helped create from Ultimate Ninja for the PS2 1, 2, 3. You got the dude that created all the Ultimate Ninjas on the PSP. You got the dude that created the Ultimate Ninja Shippuden, Axel 1, 2. You got the dude who came back and created Axel 3 for the PSP. You got the dude who created Impact. You got the dude, you know what I mean? I'm talking about everybody who worked, who put their hand in on every single Naruto Ultimate Ninja that we played for the Sony PS2. You know what I'm talking about? Because of course you got the Xbox. They came through and picked up their Storm after a while when they didn't do the whole. They did Broken Bonds and I forgot the other Naruto that was the sequel or probably the prequel to that. But you know, it stopped after a while. The installment stopped, so you know they picked up the Storm. So like I said, you know, they did a round table. I'm talking about 4 different videos, and you have to what you have to do one time. Them video you really have to sit down and watch it, because yeah, you don't get to go to these events and you don't get to show as much support in the community as far as just buying the game and getting the DLCs, you know. Sometimes, yeah, it's nice to sit down and watch these little roundtable talks and these discussions, so at least you know what the future holds. You know, probably these people might come up into your city one day and you could come through and be like, hey, look, I already know this and this, and I can relate, you know, and I could sit down and actually, you know, You know, they don't sit up there and talk for no reason, bro. You know, these people actually leave out their house, sit down and dress up in some Naruto outfits for real, and get to talking. So they know the people who out there supporting this community is yeah, bro. You gotta go out there and you gotta show support. Just see, like right now, I'm doing this video not only to be like, yeah, I'm second on board, or because I'm not gonna get nothing out of this other than the fact that, you know, my video is gonna be on YouTube. That's the most, because you already see how many subscribers I got. My thing ain't even monetized yet, so it ain't even like I'm getting 50 cents. So you're wondering, really, why am I on there talking? And well, it's just to show CyberConnect 2 the support. I feel like they've done a great job ever since. I know probably there's some bugs and some mishaps and whatever the complaints may be by the community, but through all out, the game, it has a success level that I don't think could ever go down. Like, no, the computer, like I said, the community has its negative thoughts sometimes, and that's okay, because, you know, everybody have their ups and downs, their bad days and their good days. But what we want to do though is know that it is a Storm 5 coming out, and what we want to do in this video is try to get some just try to get some feedback. Like I said, I have my brethren, them, they're in the party, you know, they're heavy Storm players, and I'm talking about heavier than me. I talk about Storm, they play Storm, so that's what y'all gotta know, that these boys, they live it, they know the ins and outs. So when we really want to talk about what Storm 5 is gonna bring, these guys know exactly what Storm 5 needs to bring, you know what I mean, as far as playing Storm from day one, seeing how much it has evolved into the game that it is now, which is so competitive. Like, you know what I mean, like previously there was, and let me explain something out really quick. Even though I'm not as good as all the other players, I found this love for it ever since the other day, because I realized just how much love other people have that are way more competitive than me. Like they have no reason to, I have no reason to lose, and they have no reason to lose too. But it's just the sheer fact, like how much they really go in depth on this game. You know, it's like it really, let me tell you what it does to me. It makes me feel like they're doing stuff in this game, like the players are doing stuff in the game that the developers didn't even know can be done. You know what I mean? Like, I know the developers probably play the game at a top-notch level where they're like, okay, look, there's going to be high-ranking players out there that's playing this and doing things just like what the developers made the game for. But I'm for some reason, I just feel like the players themselves has done something to this game that the developers are like, okay, look, we can't let Storm 4 just sit here like this, bro. We gotta do a Storm 5. We gotta compliment the community, bro. Even though, yeah, we're gonna go out and spend our 60 bucks and hope to God we don't, you know, have some craziness happen where the DLCs are like, shortcomings. I think probably that's the only real complaint about Storm 4. Probably just the DLCs. They could have probably been, you know, a little bit more, like, you know. But seeing that we're gonna get a Storm 5, I can understand why the DLCs were like that for Storm 4. You know, you're looking for the playability of the support characters in the previous games. Well, hey, if they do a Storm 5, I guarantee you don't have to worry about that. These developers had enough time to not only recycle all of the Ogies from the previous Storms, and but on top of that, they probably had enough time to recreate, create new Ogies for the support characters that were non-playable. You know, I can't remember some of them on the top of my head right now, but like the Tsuchikage's granddaughter, you know, that girl that could do gum like lava or whatever the case may be. And then you got Chojuro, who's now the Mizukage. You know what I mean? He's a support character. You know, I'm pretty sure people wanted to play as him. And then the other subordinate that the female Mizukage had, the guy with the Byakugan, he was a support character. Pretty sure people wanted to play as him. Of course they did. They had mods on their Steam to play as him. But you know, these are the characters that you hope are playable, I guess, in Storm 5, if the community feels like that. You know, I think, like I said, I think that's probably the only thing that the community of Storm would probably want. You know, like if they ask for anything, I don't think they want anything else fixed. Like I even myself, I was like, you know, would I even want any of those things fixed? And I'm thinking hard, like, no, I just need to play the game better. I need to get on it, know the moves, and you know, figure out the game, you know, get in depth with it, know each grain of salt that is spread into that game. That's what I need to get with, and I guarantee I won't have any complaints about gameplay. I'm pretty sure I won't. What I know is that I for sure just only want, you know, just some of those playable characters, you know, because, you know, after a while you start to realize, like, of course the game has its OP characters, you know, Six Paths, Madara, you got Kaguya, you know, you got some of the, you know, Senju Hirashirama when he's into his Senju mode with the markings on his face. You know, for the longest, man, I've been looking on my phone for this thing. I haven't even hit the search button yet. Anyway, Akobandai Storm. I should have just typed in roundtable. Oh, there, no, not. Yep, there we go. Yep, Naruto Storm series roundtable number 2. Let me see if I hit that and see if. I didn't want it to actually. Alright, so check it, right? If you guys want to hear the roundtable talk, right? I'm talking about these people are talking about every single storm, and you know, what you would do is now you're gonna, you know, search in for YouTube. Jesus, man, let me just put this in the description box. But you know, before I do that, I'm gonna tell y'all just search into the YouTube, right, for Naruto Storm series. Hyphen roundtable hashtag number 1 or hashtag 1 or number 1 or whatever the case may be. Roundtable number 1 with CyberConnect 2, right? It's a couple of them, like I said, series of chattings with the developers around the roundtable discussion. But it's a really good insight, man. A lot of information. You get to really see how much. Let me tell you where you get to see one time you watch that video here now. You get to see how much work them put into the game, of course. You get to see them ups and downs. One of the funny things what I did realize is, like, when watching the video, you get to hear, like, the actual CEO, the guy who runs it all, right? He talks about how the community complained about the giant boss battles in Storm 1 being very difficult, right? And he, in fact, said he didn't want it so difficult. And you had the other guys who actually, you know, worked on it. They themselves made it easier. And still the community complained about how the giant boss battles were difficult from Storm 1. They were kind of difficult, I think, from what I can remember. But yeah, like, you get to see those kind of little chats, you know, just a little, you know, the little chats here and there between the developers. And like I said, it's really cool to see what kind of hand they put in on that game. You know, all the games that came up through Storm 4, you get to see, you know, just how them put them love into it, you know. That's why you really can't knock the game. I mean, there's a couple videos that I've done on here. I'm not going to delete them. It's going to be there just to see how much I've grown too. But you know, I complained about how, like, characters would hit you from behind and stuff, and I later found out, you know, it's this thing called a hitbox, you know, that you don't get to see it. It's not something that's visible. It's more like something that the developers did that, you know, it's like a what's the word I can use right now, like you know, like a not inflict, when, you know, like, not when somebody's really inflicting damage on you, but more serious, the area of effect, you know. Like, a lot of people, they not only fight with their hands, but, you know, other things may pop out, or the woodwork. Example, Hirashirama. You know, so, you know, characters like that, and then you got Madara with his range and his Susanoo arms, you know. The hitbox thing could be very technical, but, you know, that's nothing to worry about if you're gonna get into the whole Storm thing and you want to jump into, you know, and Storm 5 comes out. I guarantee that's not something really that the developers are gonna worry about in Storm 5. I think one of the greatest things, like, you know, one of my friends, he's not on here now, you know, he's watching Avengers. Shouts out to you, Smiles. You know, watching that Infinity War. But one thing that he had that, you know, one suggestion that he would have wanted to see in you know, the new Storm, if there is going to be a Storm 5, is the hold on, before I start talking about that, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what this man was saying, which is one of the greatest, other than the support characters. You know, that's my thing. That's what I would want in this game. You know, the support characters and probably a couple more characters playable. Right? That's my wish. But I'm gonna tell y'all what my boy said that he would want to see in Storm 5, man, which is not bad at all. I would put that at number 1, to be honest, before playable characters, because to be honest, I think they're already gonna do playable characters. So technically, my wish for Storm 5 is not really a wish or a suggestion, because you know, if they're gonna do it, it doesn't make sense to suggest it, right? So let's see something. View on watch page. I just want to see what this thing looks like real quick, what people are seeing. Oh gosh, let's turn on the volume on that. Do you hear myself? So let's get on down to this. I'm gonna tell y'all what my boy said now. He was saying that the directional paths, you know, such as the tags that lowers your speed or lowers your defense or raises your attack, just those specific tags, you know, the ones that lower your stats or raise your stats. He was saying, like, you know, in versus mode, or not per se versus mode, any mode. He actually didn't say a mode. He was just saying straight up that they should just remove those tags and replace them with actual jutsus. Somewhat like what the characters do when they go into awakening mode. All of their items get replaced with, you know, some people are limited to 2, say the 6-pack Madara, I think he's limited to 4 different ones. But like I said, some people are limited to 2. But his suggestion now was that you can always have those directional jutsus, you know, placed. And you don't have to go into no awakening mode for it. For instance, you know, you have your directional left and your directional down. That would probably be, your left would probably be like a speed down tag, and your down would be a tortoise pill that raises your defense. Then, you know, you got your right is probably a bomb tag, or, you know, a bomb ball, and then you got your up is your guard break pill, or your guard break. So definitely you don't want to replace the guard break, and you don't want to replace the item that could get you out of a situation or a jam, right? And of course the slowing the stats that lowers or raises, yeah, in certain situations you can throw that and it could cause some sort of diversion. Not really, you don't really use it really for just the sole fact of lowering or raising. What you do is like the one that lowers and you have to throw it at your opponent. You know, what I noticed that people use those items in specific situations, like just to throw somebody off, you know, like right in the middle of the fight, he may be chakraing up and, not per se chakraing up, like I've seen them use it in some situations where I guess the tag hits you harder than a kunai, I'm not sure, but they'll just throw that thing out there in the middle of a fight, man, and it's like, wait, you're not doing that to lower stats, you just did that in a situation where I could have just hit you with an ogi real quick, but, you know. Anyways, per se, like, but he was saying, you know, replace those, you know, like lowering stats tags with actual jutsus. Example, let's go over here. We're gonna go to versus battle. I'm gonna show you all something real quick. Setting. Oh no. Yeah, straight. Let's go to battle settings. We'll leave the time on, but let's turn on the handicap. Leave that on super hard. Now, y'all probably wondering why am I going to this and not to an actual online fight. Well, my PS Plus is done. I need to renew it. So I'm gonna have to play comms in the meantime. And I can't see what I'm supposed to be picking. Alright, but I already know who I'm going for, right? We are going for Kakashi. Perfect example. Now Kakashi here has a couple of jutsus on his hand. We'll pick the Anbu one. Let's go with Anbu Itachi. Where is he? Anbu Itachi, right? Yeah, we'll pick one. Sure, just pick one. So going on, we'll see that Kakashi now cannot tell you what that first jutsu is. I know that one's Fang Pursuit. We got Fireball and we got Water Dragon. What is the first jutsu? What is his first jutsu? Lightning Blade. Sorry, so Lightning Blade. Alright, so we got Lightning Blade, we got Wolf Fang Pursuit Jutsu. I don't know if it's Wolf. Of course it's not Wolf. That's Kiba's move, man. Tripping, boy. Alright, so what I'm gonna join me. Gaming with X King 12. I can't, man. What am I gonna do? I can't join you, bro. Is that 12:58? Oh, that was about 20 minutes ago. Anyway, so alright, so perfect example of when my brethren smiles I talk about now. Like I said, you know, replace the pills them with lower stats with jutsus. For instance, you have your Lightning Blade, you have your Wolf Fang, your Fang Pursuit Jutsu, your Fireball Jutsu, and your Water Dragon. So obviously, you can only pick one, but you could pick anyone right now. But in his instance, in Storm 5 instance now, hopefully you could, you know, pick two and you can switch them between, you know, you could do either one in fight. Not by pressing the directional pad, right? But by doing what you always do, you know, triangle O by activating your jutsu. But what would happen is, of course, you could only use one of them at a time. You know, for instance, say you throw out your Fireball jutsu, you know, and then you want to use your Water Dragon jutsu next. You just press the left directional pad again, you know, and it switch it up. Or probably if you have both of them, say for instance you have Fireball Dragon jutsu on your, like, say you have it on your left, and then you have Water Dragon on your down, right? So say you have both of them in place. Of course, it would show you which one you have highlighted, I guess, so you're never, you know, you're never confused. And of course, as skilled players yourself, you're gonna always know what you got going on down there, even if it's a quick look with the peripherals. You know what I mean? You're gonna still, you know, to a skilled player, it ain't gonna be no diversion. You know what I mean? It'll be just hand in hand. I'm pretty sure it'll be natural, like somebody's skin. Anyway, but yeah, that's what my boy was suggesting, man. He's saying that, you know, they could implement more jutsus in gameplay, you know what I mean? That would definitely throw people off in fight. You know, of course, everybody knows once you go into Awakening, you have different jutsus available to you, and of course, everybody knows before the match or even while the match is going on, the person has a Fireball jutsu, and you know, of course, you know, it would change up the game for technical reasons, you know what I mean? Especially for the skill players, man. I guarantee, like, let me see what else we got going on over. Oh, let's go back out, right? Let's go over to Madara, Sage of Sixth Path, right? Where that fool at? I think he's at the top up here with his friend. Yeah, he should be over here with Kaguya. I can't see right now because I done used my face and blocked up the whole thing. Okay, so here he goes. So my boy Madara now, right? He got a couple jutsus on him too. You know what? Let's switch up this camera, man. It's killing me right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera over here to my lower right. Yeah, because I don't need to see cause it's alright, so there we go. We're back on board now. Alright, so over here now we got Madara. He has Black Pole. He has Fire Style, Dragon Flame, Loud Singing Jutsu. We got the Fire Style Majestic Destroyer Flame, and we got the Fire Style regular old Fireball Jutsu. Now, why wouldn't you just want to use some of the old school old Fireball no Jutsu, right? But then you won't be, you know, you can't get to use your Black Pool, you know, you can't get to use your Dragon Flame Loud Singing, can't get to use the Majestic Destroyer. Everybody has their own, you know, preference, or, you know. So in this situation now, if Storm 5 now does a situation, if they do something now where they can only use one directional button to switch jutsus, that's fine, because at the end of the day, you know, somewhere at the bottom of the screen or even after doing your triangle, oh, you'll know what jutsu you have on hand, you know what I mean? Or even so, I'm pretty sure there'll be a little symbol or a little picture next to the directional pad, just as the other, lowering stats pictures were there, just to show you what you got going on. If it was green for lowering your, I think green was what, lowering your, I don't remember what the colors symbolized, but I'm pretty sure they'll have something to show you exactly, what jutsu you have on hand, or which one you're gonna switch to afterwards. That shouldn't be something difficult for them to do, but I do hope they get that in. I hope they do get that in, man, because having more than one jutsu available to you while fighting, that would be really awesome. As far as because you gotta. Let me show you something now, what Storm did. And like I said, you have to understand, these are the same people that's been creating Ultimate Ninja since PlayStation 2. Since the very first one. Let me see if I got it over here. No, I don't. I don't have it. What I have over here is... I'm not playing with y'all boys, I'm finna show y'all. What I got right here is, wait, hold on. You see this? This is Storm 3. Now, I don't have every single manga, you feel me, of Naruto. No, I don't. But I will go, and if I have the money, I'll spend it on a game, you see me? Not only will I spend it on one game, for me, I made sure, because I couldn't get the case. We got that, we got Storm 3, feel me? And we got Storm 2. Damn, I said Storm 3. That's how you know it's late, bro. I'm tired. I don't care, I gotta put this work in. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? So these are the same people that's been working on this right here. This is Ultimate Ninja 2. Ultimate Ninja 3. I ain't playing no games. That's how old school we got it. Yeah. And if y'all still think I'm playing games, here's the PS2 right here. I just took it off because I was gonna mod it because I wanted to play some burn games. You know what I'm talking about? That's a whole nother story. But yeah. So these are the same people that's been in development from Ultimate Ninja 2 and 3. And I'm trying to look on the back here. It's always good to look on the back of these things. Masashi Kishimoto, that's the dude who created Naruto itself. I'm trying to see if Hiroshi's name is on here. That's the guy who runs CyberConnect too. No, his name ain't on here. Well, it doesn't have to be. CyberConnect 2 is on here, and that's just enough. That's enough for anyway. So more I said to know is this, Zane. You gotta understand, these are the people that's been creating these games since Ultimate Ninja 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. And back in the days, you used to actually have 2 jutsus available to you in game while fighting. You know what I mean? So for instance, like back in the days, what you would do is, and that's why I wish I had the software now, because I could actually just pull up some Ultimate Ninja 2 and show you exactly what I'm talking about, but y'all have to just hear me with the chatting. So back in the days, what you had to do was you press down, down, and circle. That would be your Jutsu 1, and up, and circle would be your Jutsu 2. You know what I mean? So for instance, like a lot of the times, the up jutsu or the down jutsu would be like a little mini animation. It wouldn't really be like a fireball jutsu and then a water style jutsu. But you could do it though. You could customize that character to have both jutsus on hand, instead of one jutsu being a regular just projectile and the other jutsu being like a caught in animation jutsu. You know what I mean? Like type thing like that. So in this situation, you'd probably have Madara do his black pull, up O, and down O would be fireball jutsu. But what I've noticed that this game has done, Storm, right? Instead of having 2 jutsus on hand, they would give your character a flick, which is a flick of the analog stick, and then you press your attack button. That right there would be somewhat to what Ultimate Ninja, the predecessors used to do before. It's almost like having 2 jutsus in game, but it's not the same, you know what I mean? It's not like I could flick and press O and I'd do a fireball jutsu, you know what I mean? Or it's not like I could change my fireball jutsu to the flick, you know what I mean? So in this situation, you'd only have to pick one jutsu. You pick that Majestic Dragon Flame. should I press O? You know what? Let's go back with that Kakashi. That Anbu, right? There was a suggestion that I did make too, as well, that I would like to actually see in Storm 5. It had something to do along the lines of directional pad, you know, having to use that more, having more access to that with just lowering stats items, you know. I had suggested, right, for instance, you know how you got Kakashi with the sword in the back, right? You know, you got other couple characters here with you know, with weapons. So I was saying, you know, like probably these characters that have weapons, you know, probably they could fight with the weapons, or they could you know, fight without the weapons. So for instance, right, Fireball, I'll use that. Oh, settings complete. Okay, let's go to the top. Hit random. Okay, I gotta fight against Sai. Let's see who Sai's partner is gonna be. Let's get Ino in the game. Let's get Choji. Alright, I should probably give her better support. Alright, so I was trying to say to y'all right quick that kinda lost my train of thought here. Oh, yeah, I got it again. So basically what I was trying to tell y'all was that you know, my suggestion is kind of a little off, you know, but I was just thinking as far as technical, you know, technicalities go in the game, you know, like strategic purposes. Like I said, I wouldn't want them to take anything or add anything to make it easier for people to learn how to play this game, because I've learned that it's not to make the game easier or harder. It's a situation where you got to put in the hours and learn. You got to learn how to play the game. So, you know, I was thinking for, you know, like I was thinking strategic wise, or like, you know, like how it would benefit players fighting style, like, you know, characters who have weapons on their back, right? Say for instance, Kakashi now has the lowering attack tag, and he has the raising speed pill, right? That's a left directional pad, and down on the directional pad, right? So for instance, he could replace, you know, like my boy was saying, he could replace both of those with jutsus, or like I was saying, you know, you have Kakashi with a sword on his back. You could either press the left directional pad and you could start using the sword, which will allow you to have a quicker startup combo animation frame, you know what I mean? Or you could not use the sword and return back to your taijutsu or hands. Or like Kakashi, while he's fighting, you'll notice he pulls out a kunai. So basically, if you're using the weapon on hand, which would be the sword, or you're just using Kakashi's taijutsu as regular. And I was proposing that because, you know, it probably help for quicker frames or slower frame rates. You know, probably you'd go slower frame rates for more damage, or quicker frame rates for speed. You know, one thing I've learned, like my boy Jiraiya now, he fights very slow. His frames are slow, but he takes a lot of damage. But say for instance, people know how to get around that, you know, like there's a lot of experienced players out there. They know how to get around just any, you know, any technical difference. Anyway, so for some people, they're like, okay, I'm running into a match with Jiraiya now, and I know this guy is going for straight up power. He's probably gonna, you know, try to make me run out of subs and then go in for that good 5-hit combo that almost depletes more than 75% of your energy, right? Well, pretty sure that guy knows how to get around that Jiraiya player. So, you know, and the Jiraiya player doesn't want to lose. So, you know, adapting to gameplay, now the guy is going to get over on the Jiraiya player because he doesn't want to get hit with any of those combos. So what does the Jiraiya player have to do to switch up his fighting style, you know, to change it up a little bit? Well, he could just press left on the directional pad, and that'll allow him to go into a different set of combos, you know, with the weapon on his back. If he's in the Anbu looking Sanin clothes, or if you have a weapon, equipped, and of course you would have a weapon equipped if you decide to switch up your combos in game. You know what I mean? Like back in the days, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution, you had 3 different fighting styles. You had the Awakening fighting style, you had your Ultimate Ninja fighting style, and then you had your Drive support fighting style, where while you're fighting, your support characters are helping in on the combo. The Awakening fighting style, now while fighting, you could just flick the right analog stick and you would go into an awakening mode during the combo. You know what I mean? So in that situation, probably while fighting as Jiraiya, you know, you could start up your combo with your left directional pad pressed, and you know, probably have your sword out, you know, quicker startup frame for the combo. And then while the combo is going on, probably your second hit or your third hit, you could press left on the directional pad again, which goes into his fist, and he would go back into his regular heavy damage. I mean, it sounds kind of unfair, but I figured out that players out there actually don't mash on the combo button. They actually take their time and press it. I mean, there's probably a second or a millisecond after each press. You know me, I'm going in on that circle button, but I'm telling you, people literally take their time, and they are the best players. So I'm pretty sure they'll have the time to switch in between combos, what kind of fighting style they want in combo. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. To me, it would and look, to make it not be such an advantage play, right? You have a situation where there are times in the game where you go under armor break, you know, and armor break can't just be for when your clothing breaks off. That's just, and then you get this big old message, armor break, like, okay, so all of that, the pause in gameplay just to tell me my clothes tore off. Like, I don't think armor break should have been initially for that. I think armor break should have been like, okay, look, instead of me having a pill that raises my feet, you know, in speed, yeah, you could keep that, but allow armor break to be something where if you had a sword equipped, you can no longer use the sword. You know what I mean? Now Jiraiya has to just go back into his straight taijutsu, his slow combos. But that still won't affect the player that's experienced or an expertise at Jiraiya, you know, at being a Jiraiya player. It's not going to hurt him none. It probably was just fun for him to use the sword, and I guarantee he didn't lose from that. Now he goes under armor break, he no longer has the sword. You know, that gives the mentality of the other player like, oh, I have the upper hand. You know, I just broke his armor and his sword is gone now. The Jiraiya player is like, okay, well, that's nothing to me. I only had the sword, you know, for quicker startup combo frames, but I still know how to get around, you know, getting my combos started or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, just those little things to throw, you know, more things done, I guess, in a fight is what players want. You know, it keeps their brain like, hey, look, I gotta look out for this. I gotta watch out for this. His cool time just got down with his Choji, you know, and he still got Ino on support ready, and he still got a bomb paper tag, and he still got 2 guard breaks, and he still got his sword on deck because the armor ain't broken yet. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of things to think about while fighting. It's just something, I guess, that players look for, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, oh goodness. There we go. I forgot how to play. Hold on, player. My God. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. I got almost no health. Okay. Take that, player. Of course, the computer's going to do that. Alright. Wait. Okay. Oh, no thugs. Oh my gosh, how far does that thing go? Oh, okay, I hit him with that. Some people would have subbed out of that, but that's okay. Okay, so he got hit with that thing. Hit him with a fireball real quick. See, armor break. So we gotta stop, and his clothes break, and he gets, you know, a little tattered. I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw the whole armor break thing, like, one of my things, man, was, One of my things when I saw armor break was when Madara would go into that oh god, this is gonna hurt. It was when Madara would go into armor break and his black robe would like okay. His black robe would kinda get torn. Take that, boy. Oh, come on. What? No way. I kind of wish they did make not Jiraiya, but oh boy, okay, that hurt. Kind of wish they made Itachi's jutsu a little bit faster. Nah, never mind. I don't wish for that. I can guarantee the reason why it's that slow is just how OP it is. It must be. Cause it's been that same speed, like it's been the same way from Storm 1. Same way. It's been that same speed from Storm 1, so there must be some reason. Must be a strategic reason why it's been like that way. Oh, come on. No. Why don't I just hurry up and kill her? Well, because I'm sitting here trying to talk about Storm. Alright, so, not really much else left to talk about Storm 5. You know, it ain't really like we've seen a whole lot from it, other than Itachi dies. Gosh, okay, yeah, I do have one more request, right? So just in case I don't get to do no more videos on this whole Storm 5 thing. So back in the days, right, I had brought up Ultimate Ninja 3 a while ago. Oh my goodness, girl. Okay, I was gonna say, it's right there. Standing right in front of her. Alright, let me stop playing around real quick and get into this. Right. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, nice little fireball. Huh. Is he gonna hit that mountain? Oh, I thought it was. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Oh, he does nothing but, Come on, run into it. Run into it, girl. That girl used almost 2 swords. Oh no, I'm about to lose. Yes, I am. I feel it. Come on. What? Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, man, hit me with a kunai. No, I would not like to save the video. Alright, so check it. Another thing I would like to see in Storm 5, right, is basically, you know, real quick. So, you know, online it's pretty awesome, you know. I don't know about the lagging and all that. You know, I don't really get into the online as heavy. I do know that, you know, people do complain about it because the network code ain't that good. So I hope they I hope they improve on that, because I'll tell you one thing, man. It ain't nothing like when you can have your friends sitting beside you playing, so you don't have to go through all that lagging. But if they can make the network code just like exact to each input command, like where there is no pause in game, you know, I think they should do a big improvement on that. Offline now, because there's nothing else they need to do online, bro. Like, to be honest, they like I said, based on gameplay, like based on characters usage and whatever, like there's nothing where CyberConnect 2 really need for work on the characters themselves, except for probably they can probably give, and this doesn't have anything to do with online, they could probably just give some of the characters back some new Ogies, you know what I mean? Like I think this man had the Ogie ever since let me see. Yeah, I can't even pick another move for him because he has the same techniques ever since Storm 1. He's had the same jutsus, Rock Lee. Not Storm 1, but Storm 2, because in Storm 1 he was Jit. But yeah, same special, man. They could have, you know, so Storm 5, you could give him a new one. I think she's had the same one since Storm, you know, it's probably had the same one since Storm 2, probably Choji as well. All of these characters have definitely Yamamoto. He's had the same thing since Storm 2. I think Kiba's had the same thing, Shino. And I mean, I've seen people play with Shino, like experienced people, and they like Shino, man. So, you know, could step it up with it, give him another Ogi, if you know what I mean. So, you know, they could give some of these people some more Ogies, but let me talk to y'all differently about what I want to really get into as far as what Storm 5 definitely could bring to the table as far as offline goes. And I'm pretty sure I'll get some people to agree with me on this, man, but they could give it that feel that they used to have from the first Ultimate Ninja, where you can upgrade all of the characters, you know, for instance, so, you know, you have your mode where you could run around there, and then of course it's not real free roam. You can't go every and anywhere you want. I think Storm 5 could improve on that. I think they can allow you to not only run around real free roam, but I think they could allow you to jump on buildings, you know, to get to places quicker, instead of going through loading screens, you know. Somewhat of like a Grand Theft Auto feel as far as just free roam go. You know, every game now is doing this whole free roaming thing, so I think Naruto could step up on that. Improving on that free roaming, I think what they can also do along with the free roam, so it's not just running around. Like I said, you can, hey, what up, bro? Okay, so like I was saying, so what they could definitely do is improve on the free roam. They could definitely improve on the free roam. Like, you can literally run around and jump on top of buildings per se. But what I was saying is, you know, not only that, because people don't just want to run around and jump on buildings. They could have you level up each character. You know what I mean? Like Ultimate Ninja 1 and 2 and 3 had it where, while in story mode, you could do these little side missions, and doing those side missions would give each character experience points, where you can upgrade between their attack, chakra, defense, you know what I could do, but it's not gonna even work out, because I would be able to pull it up and see it in front of me, but y'all wouldn't get to see it. 1 and 2, it's probably gonna take me some time to start up the P2. Anyway, so you can upgrade on their attack chakra and so on and so forth. And like the biggest thing, like you're probably wondering, why would you need to do that? Well, of course you're gonna probably, while through free roam, you'll fight like the opponents, the same opponents, but they'll be more difficult, you know, because the game will only get further and further through progress. But for instance, one of the coolest things that I've seen while upgrading your character is like your tools. right? And when you upgrade your tools, instead of, you know, when you press the kunai button, you only throw 2 to 3 kunais. When you upgrade on your tools, you would start to throw like 5 to 7, and it would be a little annoying because, you know, one time it would be a little quick nuisance, you know, but now when your character is upgraded to a point where your kunais are now at a level 7 out of 10, you're literally throwing like 7-8 kunais, and it really disrupts the character because it's like it's almost like a move, you know what I mean? But you probably have to play Ultimate Ninja to know exactly what I'm talking about. Or, you know, like I say, if I get the software one day, I'll put it up on the screen and you guys could see, because I have a couple of those characters leveled up. You know, so you could have those characters leveled up. I don't think I could run around in adventure mode and show you guys what I was saying. I think the screen might go into a block mode or something. I don't know. I got my boys playing some God of War. You know, that's the new thing that's out right now, so I'm not on it, obviously. I'm on that Storm 5 talk. Well, I'm so glad they can't hear you. I don't think they can. Let me see. That Storm 5 talk. Let me see if they. Well, I'm so glad they can't hear you. Yeah, they definitely can't hear you talking about I'm a waste man. It wasn't depends on God, because I don't got God of War, right? This man gonna tell me, God, yeah, we man, like a real dread, aka Jamaican. All right, so you know, here we go. Oh, we got 2 people watching. Hey, one day my thing gonna say 105 people watching. I told these boys when my YouTube channel is on, you know, when it's up there, I'm gonna get these boys, all of these boys that I got in the party right now, 1-year subscription, right? This is what I'm gonna do with my first YouTube check. I'm gonna buy all these boys 1-year subscription each, $59.99, 12 months for the PS Plus. You know what I mean? That's one of the first things I'm gonna do with my YouTube check. Nah, that's probably gonna be the third thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna support my boys on the PSN, right? The first thing initially I'm gonna do with my YouTube check, boy, I'm gonna buy my mama a house. So I need to stop playing. That's the first thing. That's how much hopes I got for my channel. You feel me? I'm gonna buy my mama a house first. Nice big old house, probably 5 bedroom. You see me? Second check. Second thing I'm gonna do with that check, probably buy the software I need for my. Nah, I'm gonna probably have the software by then. Anyway, but so alright, we got some free roaming here. You get to walk around, but you can't jump on nothing. Can't do none of that stuff. I could break barrels though. You know, so you go in here. I'm trying to see if I could run around to the point where I got one of those people to. Cause there's a point where let me see the map right quick. There's a point where somebody, you know, they just come out of nowhere and they say, hey, you wanna fight for like 5 silver kunais? Yeah, sure, because there's nothing else to do other than run around and press circle to break stuff. Alright, so you're not looking for mini missions like that though. And Ultimate Ninja 1 and 2, there were bigger time missions. It ain't somebody just appearing in front of you and you just fight them. What I wanted to show you was how you could pick your character. While, you know, anybody that played Storm 4 story or adventure mode know what I'm talking about. Like these people that just hop up out of nowhere and say, hey, do you wanna fight me for 5 shurikens? And they're like, yeah, sure, because I don't got nothing else to do but walk around and talk to people. But anyway, like I was saying, so, you know, you get to do these side missions and you get to pick any character you want, right? And you can level up that character with experience points. That would help for offline battle, because, you know, like I said, you're home by yourself. It ain't like your girl is gonna play with you or your boy is gonna leave from his house and come to your. I mean, you got some people that are dedicated like that. You know, shouts out to them, because it's been a minute since I've been like that. You know, I'd be the one to go to somebody's house and play some game and just cut out the whole middleman internet crap, you know. 'Cause I don't like that whole lag. And hey, I'll come to your house right now and play you in some Nah, that's happening no more for real. I got 2 kids, bro. I need to stop. But now I'm serious. That's how we live these days when you got kids, man. You stay home and play video games, man. You go out every once in a while and, you know, just try to stay in tune with the real world. But let's continue talking about this Storm 5, man, if it does come out. So if they do drop that and, you know, you get to run around like real free roam mode where I could actually jump on this building and help this girl pet her cat, you know what I mean? You know, you go up there and you could do that. That'd be awesome, because it's been a while since people seen that. Since Storm 1, you were actually able to run around and jump from here to there. So I'm looking at it like, you know, you could fight people, and then you could, you know, and you know what else they could do, man? I'm pretty sure it's not something hard to do for the offline community in the story mode. You know, if they really wanted to step it up, they could bring back that 4-player battle royale that they had from Ultimate Ninja Revolution with the tournament island. Nah, they need to bring that back. Bring it back for offline purposes, man. It ain't like you gonna play people online. Come on, man. Just bring it back. Yeah, offline only, man. Nah, man. See, offline only. No. It's too unbalanced online. You might as well go play one of the Naruto games for Wii if you want to play four people battle royale. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the version on Wii. That game on its own it has its own success. Trust me. I guarantee the people from Storm community will look at that game and have high respect for it, because, you know, it's a different game completely from the Storm. You know. Anyway, but yeah, you know, they could bring back that 4-player battle royale into an offline community where, like I said, you know, if you're playing and you got armor break, you know, your sword falls off, you can't use that anymore with the combo. And probably it's going a little too far-fetched, but it's just something to add for the offline community. Like I said, you don't want to put too much online, because online, I don't think you need to add anything like, oh, accessories and swords and new combos and whatever. It's probably customizable jutsus, you know, probably a little modified combo here and there. Hey, CyberConnect tool, please, before I get off this video, right? Because y'all know I stay making these videos. It's just that I can't get nobody to watch them. But when that Storm 5 drop, hopefully this is one of the videos y'all get on y'all desktop, you know what I mean? Like, okay, hey, keep this stuff into consideration, you know what I mean? Real quick, CyberConnect tool. I know I was asking for Ogies, right? For some of the characters that had Ogies for the last 7 years. I mean, it's the same Ogie, right? Bring back that left combo and right combo, bruh. Let's get back those different combos, because we already got the up combo, we got the down combo, and the neutral combo is the same. Is it the same? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's find out. Let's quit this thing. Quit. Yeah, up, down, and neutral, of course, is all different. Down usually knocks you to the ground and has the person disperse more chakra, so you could collect that. Up usually pops you up into the air, and then, you know, you double jump and start a combo up in the air. Okay, so my boy just said down for him so he could keep out, because I don't think they could hear you, bro. I don't know what happened. But you know, like, so, you know, like my boy, he uses down combo to bring the person closer, to keep the person close to him. Because usually after the down combo, they really don't get that far. I mean, they could roll out of the proximity, but they can't really roll that far. What I wanted to do was see if your neutral combo and your left combo, they're different, aren't they? Well, okay, so you only have 3 combos, up, down, and neutral. So if you press left, right, it's the same thing as just not pressing anything. Okay, so in previous Ultimate Ninja Storms, You used to actually have just like, you just press circle with no direction, right? And that's a combo on its own with an ending animation and all. And you would have your left and right combo. Left and right is the same thing, but as long as you're pressing left or right, it does a combo different from your neutral combo. And of course you had your up combo and your down combo. So I would hope CyberConnect 2 that y'all bring that back, man. Y'all don't have to release Storm 5 this year. Well, judging from what I've seen in the trailer from Sheikah's Cloud, it's 2019. That's that, and it doesn't have to be 2019 same month every month that it drops for Storm. Y'all could go to the end of it if y'all want to release it for Christmas. Give yourself some time, cause CyberConnect 2, I will tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, cause I did my research, bruh, and I heard y'all was supposed to work on the Final Fantasy VII remake. Y'all was supposed to be working on that, but what happened is Square Enix kicked y'all off because the trailer that was released was too rushed, right? The development for the trailer alone was too rushed, and people complained and said, if that's in-game footage of the game, because in the trailer there was footage of the game, in-game footage, right? In-game gameplay, whatever the case may be. And people were like, yo, hold on, is this what Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna look like for the PS4? And this is all in the help of some of the people that's in development of CyberConnect. I'm not saying this to bash y'all, because like I said, y'all do good work. Y'all do good work. Judging from Storm 4 and Road to Baruto, ain't no complaints. Hopefully I didn't make no complaints. I wasn't trying to, because this video was purposely supposed to give y'all the just the community's feedback. You know what I mean? Like, I can't talk for everybody, but the people I'm talking for right now, I have put them on high regards as far as expertise players go. I would put them against probably anybody in the world right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I got my own homie that plays single. He'll wreck anybody. I got my own homie that plays teams. He'll wreck anybody. You feel me? I don't got nobody else that I know like that that's on the Storm 4 like that. I mean, there's people that I know out there in different communities, you know, and different YouTubers. Like, you know, you got Papa Berta, you got I think Senju Afro still plays Storm. Sheikah's, you know, I don't think, yeah, but you know, he don't be on the Storm like that though. After that boy Afro Senju, he be on it, but he don't be on it like that. You know what I mean? But he is a good, if you're looking for somebody in the Naruto community itself, to gaming wise, he will be on it, because anything that Naruto released as far as gaming, just check out Afro Senju on YouTube. Really cool channel. I'm trying to see who else be playing that Storm. Okay, I don't know anybody else like that except for Papa Berta. He be on it like competitively. But my other two boys that I got in my party on my PSN, them boys right there, I don't think, me personally, I don't think nobody could beat them. Just playing them, it's not like, okay, because I can't beat them, nobody else could beat them. No, it's not that. It's just seeing the way they play and seeing how this game's mechanic is. You know what I mean? I put those two together, and I'm telling you, these guys will put you under pressure. They will. Not because they put me under pressure. Like I said, I put the two things together. I've seen how they played, and I've seen the mechanics of the game. I put the two together, and these boys literally, like, if you've been here since the start of this video, and I said, like, there's players out there that does stuff in the game that I don't think the developers know goes on. That's what I'm talking about. These them boys right here that creates that stuff. They make things happen. Anyway, I was trying to tell y'all that you know, there's certain things that y'all could do that, you know, for us in the community, that it doesn't have to be a big time. It doesn't have to mess with the gameplay to all that extent. You know, it doesn't have to mess with its functionality, the way the game functions. You know what I mean? When it comes to player versus player, it doesn't have to mess around with the functions too much. Because adding combos to a character, I guarantee it doesn't have to. The only thing you would have, like, I realize you only have to get your frame going. You know, set up the frame animations. And there's a lot of them that you guys can recycle from the previous games, you know what I mean? get that going, get the bugs, get the bugs, the nicks and the knacks out, and get your hitbox going, to make sure everything's, copacetic inside the little area of effect there. I think probably the hardest part is just creating the animations and the frames, I guess, for the character itself. That's probably the hardest part, you know what I mean? And I don't mean during fight, I mean probably like, and that's probably not even the hardest part. Like, at the end of the combo, there's like a little animation. That works right in the same frame and animation with starting the combo right through the end, because the only thing that changed really when they're doing that combo is the camera angle. Because say for instance the camera angle is at a bird's eye view. Everything that the person has done is literally one combo through. It's just that the camera zooms in on that last animation frame, and on top of that you can't sub out of it. You literally can't. I don't think you can, at least. I think I talked about all the things that Storm 5 should be seen in Storm 5. I don't know if I'm gonna make a series out of this. I don't think so. I'll just do this for views purposes and see how many people is on board. We have been talking for how many minutes now? Almost an hour? God doggone it. More than an hour. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Anyway, let's get one more match. But yeah, let's get one more match. Deshaun laughed at me, bro. Hey, boy, you tripping. So I'm gonna play with some of my favorite. Well, these are the characters that I want to. When Storm 5 comes out, I want to play as these characters, and I hope that I can be, at least more competitive than I am in this game here. So I'd want to use the older Sasuke, alright? Go to older Sasuke. Oh, I'm tripping. Go older Sasuke. I want to go with Baruto. I'm gonna wear him with his dad's shirt, and then I want to go with Gaara from the same movie. All right. So I kind of wanted to use those characters, and I realized like one of the first things, if you want to, this is not gonna be no tutorial on how to play no Storm. I'm just saying to y'all real quick something that I've learned or something that I've picked up. Like, try to pick characters that you like, so at least you don't ever have to be like, okay, after this match probably I should use somebody else because I might win with that character. Try to learn something first of the game, like who do you like most of all, try to learn that first, and then, okay, like me for instance, I do like these 3 characters. They're some of my favorite characters in the series, you know what I mean, like Gaara, Naruto's son, and Sasuke. I actually like Naruto's son more than Naruto at this point, because he's a grown dude, he's a Hokage, he's boring, he ain't doing much. We already know what his abilities are, so on and so forth. But his son now is bringing forth something new to the table, he doesn't have the 9-tailed fox in him. So that's way different from what his dad had to go through. He's going through this almost the same traumatic effects, loneliness and some scarred moments here and there, witnessing a dead body. But he does not have, at least I don't think he does. I don't think he has an ounce of the 9-tails chakra in him. I'd have to Wikipedia that and confirm it for myself. But for that, he's way different than his dad in the younger age that he's at now. Inferno style fireball. Random. No, Sakura, we are not fighting. Let's fight Madara Uchiha. Yeah, boy. I'm about to clear it. I've been talking way too long. Let's see. Yeah, let's fight this Madara real quick. Let me see. Change this. I lost last time. Let's go with Kaguya. You know who I'm gonna pick too? Pick this little bone dude. For some reason I thought he was a part of their clan. Alright, so let's go to let's go over here. I don't know how soon I'll get to drop any more videos, you know what I mean? Apart from this, the whole Naruto Storm 5 thing, I don't know when I'm gonna do another Naruto Storm 5. Probably get my online back, you know, and I'll play my boy John, who could probably talk about some more Storm then. But until I see anything else come up, then, you know, I'm gonna just leave it as what my expectations are right now, you know what I mean? That's probably the only video I'll leave for now. Tensei. Oh no. Oh, Naruto could cancel, well, Boruto, he could cancel out his Rasengan? That's crazy, I didn't know that. Nah, the other one where he has on his dad's jacket, the one where he runs up on you. It's like a regular Rasengan. Oh wow, I forgot she could change her, she could change the state. Alright, come on, brother, so let's get this girl. Oh, come on. Oh man, what was she gonna do? Seen the ground get highlighted in red, I knew that was not nice. Oh! Oh no, he's too far. What? Oh no, all of them are done? Oh no. Wow. Okay, let's get this, see if I could get these subs up. Okay. What? That was a nice grab. Limbo. Oh no. Okay, I got over that thing. Ain't nothing like getting caught in that jutsu. But I'm gonna try to, I don't know if I'm gonna do any more Boruto manga chapter reviews. It's been a while. Should have been got with the program. But I'll try to drop that Boruto. Try to drop that Boruto. Ouch. I'm trying to see how come the fireball didn't like chase her down. Okay, there we go. That's awesome. Like, you're gonna see it. Oh man. It's gonna actually. I was about to say I just flicked. See now she came out the ground like that? And where did she just come from? Oh, nobody. Ah. He's gonna get caught now. Somebody's gonna hit him. What? Somebody's gonna come. Oh, come on. Hit him. Oh, wait. Wow, he won one already? I'm not about to lose right now? Oh, this thing wasn't too serious anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna do the one thing I did definitely want to do for you guys is if you notice, I've started this series called Genre Games Fighting. I'm gonna try to get some old school fighting games on there too that I got on the PlayStation 3. Anyway, so yeah, that was some good old you know, expectation thoughts that we got for that Storm 5. So hopefully we get to see that some more trailers and whatever, and you know, I'll be sure to drop the news and the reviews as much as I can on the channel. So until then, you know, everybody, one love as always. See ya.